What up, YouTube? It's your boy Banco Boxing, and today I'll be giving my thoughts on the Triple G versus Sergey Derevyanchenko middleweight title bout. What up, YouTube, man? It's your boy Banco Boxing. What's good, everybody, man? If you're on this video, hit the subscribe button for your boy. I now have my Facebook page open now in case you want to connect with me on Facebook. If you don't have a Twitter or Instagram, you can find me on there at Banco Boxing as well. But anyways, guys, I briefly want to give my take on the Triple G versus Sergey Derevyanchenko fight. It's not a heavily talked about fight, and this is what I mean why sometimes I don't even talk boxing to certain people. I hadn't gotten around to doing this video, so some people have beat me out to do it. But casuals not talking about this fight, so I don't even, sometimes when they tell me stuff about boxing, I don't even listen to them. A lot of them people not even talking about this fight. I stumbled upon the final press conference and Triple G being on the Breakfast Club by accident on Wednesday. I shared it to Dr. Blick and CJ on Twitter, and I was like, man, nobody knows these guys are fighting. I was like, that's crazy. I was like, this is really a big fight. We got two belts on the line. I'm going to look at it right now. I know for a fact it's IBF, and I think it's the IBO or something that's online too. Nobody really care about the IBO. Let's see. I'm gonna read. This is a article for Boxing Scene. So let's see. This Saturday, Gennady Golovkin makes his second start since losing his WBC and WBA to Alvarez last year. He will face Sergey Derevyanchenko to gain another piece of the lost hardware, ironically having to give up the IBF belt when he didn't face Derevyanchenko last year. Okay, I guess they're not. Let me see. I'm trying to see if they're going to mention if the other belt's on the line. I know it was on the bag of drop of the press conference. But yeah, so they'll be fighting for two belts. Really, only one that's meaningful is the IBF. As we know, Canelo has, I think he's like the franchise champion for the WBC. And then he has WBA belt. Andrade has the WBO belt at 160, and of course Triple G and Derevyanchenko will be fighting for the IBF belt. So similar to how we have in the 147-pound division, we have all these different champions. So we'll have three different champions that hold belts. But I give my thoughts on this. I believe Sergey Derevyanchenko is Ukrainian, and he has a good amateur. When they do, it's kind of different. I think it's like kind of pro level fights. I'll say maybe it might be something like semi-pro, maybe. Yeah, so it says Sergey Derevyanchenko is a Ukrainian professional boxer. As a amateur, he won a bronze medal at the middleweight at the 2007 World Amateur Boxing Championships. But Derevyanchenko was trained by Danny Jacobs' trainer Andre Rozier. He stands about 5'9". I think Triple G stands around like 5'10". He's 33. I think Triple G is like 37 or something on the lines of that. So, but his pro career is pro record is, I believe it's 13-1. Yeah, 13-1. Of course, his one long defeat came to Danny Jacobs, and that's only because they trained together and they're familiar with each other. So it's kind of like that. It wasn't like that bad of a loss. I mean, Danny Jacobs got a knockdown, but you know, at the end of the day, styles make fights. It's a pretty intriguing matchup. I might get DAZN back just for this, and then I can also watch Josh Taylor and Regis Prograis as well. So you can't beat that for $20 this month. Nobody's talking about that fight. I'll try to make something about that fight as well. But from what I did see when Sergey fought Daniel Jacobs is he got some movement to him. He can punch. he's also there to be punched. So styles make fights. Um, in this case, Golovkin's a little bit taller than him. He's not. You know, he's not as not as much as a disadvantage as he was against Daniel Jacobs as far as height wise. But then again, Daniel Jacobs doesn't fight that tall anyway. He tries to go fight and bang on the inside with you and other things. So he doesn't really fight fight like the taller fighter all the time. Um, so two different styles. We know for the most part this will be Triple G's second fight with Jonathan Banks. For the most part, he's a come forward fighter. Um, Good chin, but he cannot box off the back foot. We started noticing. Well, I mean, he's some slippage fighting Kell Brook, but we really noticed when he fought Daniel Jacobs that every time he was pushed backwards, he stopped throwing punches. So if he was off the back foot, he couldn't fight off the back foot. Um, so I don't know what Andre Rozier and them are gonna try to do. Maybe they're gonna try to push him, to see what he still got at his old age. When he fought Canelo, he had issues with Canelo's movement, and then he also had issues with Canelo bringing the fight to him. But that's because Canelo is a superior boxer. He just has skills. Many people can't do what Canelo do, be right in front of you the whole fight and make you miss and walk you down. So I don't think that's Derevyanchenko's game. I think he's gonna have to fight smart. He has power though. I believe he has more power than Canelo, but that'll be yet to be proven. We got to see against Triple G. They call him the Big Drama Show. No, no, Max, Big Drama Show. That's how he talks. He talks like if all my '90s babies. If you listen to this, Triple G sounds like Mr. Kakashka from from Hey Arnold. I might put a picture of Mr. Kakashka on there, and maybe you guys will laugh at that. But anyways, I don't know if it goes the distance. I'm picking Triple G because of Triple G style, and I don't know what kind of wrinkles Jonathan Banks else is adding into Triple G. I did see him like kind of like the workouts without the mix stuff, and he looked kind of more fluid and moving around some. So it'll be interesting. I'm kind of see how Triple G is going to look. Maybe Jonathan Banks has rejuvenated him, but if Derevyanchenko wants to win early rounds, not give too many rounds away because of how they tend to give boxers a lot of rounds for being aggressive or coming forward. To me, I would rather grade you on effective aggression, not just because you're being aggressive. So he's gonna have to keep Golovkin off of him like that. So I don't know how they plan to do that. But then towards the end, he also can't let this go to the cards because, as we know, Derevyanchenko I think is also managed by Al Heyman. So Al Heyman's trying to get that IBF strap, but they're not gonna let that go from the zone without a fight. So he can't let this go to the cards. He has to knock Triple G out. Now, whether he can do that or not, I don't know. I also don't know if Triple G's ever been on the canvas. I'd like to see where Triple G's power is still at. I believe he's going to be when he fought Steve Rolls. I think that was at a catch weight. I'm going to double check that now. I'm still on Box Rec. Let's see if he fought Steve Rolls at a catch weight. Man, it's not telling me right now. Let's see, event. It just said middle. I'm trying to see if it was at 164. I don't know, man. But yeah, Triple G has a really nice jab. Um, he will like to throw hard punches. Derevyanchenko's going to have to make him miss. He's going to have to make Triple G miss. Make him try to get tired out. Pay attention to the Canelo and Danny Jacobs fight. I mean, that's what he's going to do. Also got to do what Sean Porter did last Saturday. Bully the bully. He's known as the bully, so it seems I've been seeing so far in boxing the trend when you come forward to the bully, it seems like they're not as successful. And you saw that in the second fight with Canelo. Canelo said, "Okay, I'm gonna move around. I'll come fight you straight up. That's what you want, right? Mexican boxing, Mexican style. That's what you want." And so Canelo gave him that for 12 rounds, and you saw how Triple G was looking. You saw how he was looking after the fight. Now Derevyanchenko's no Canelo, but we'll have to see about that. I'm gonna still bigger fights, more experience. Hater love Canelo's still a tremendous boxer. So a lot of stuff that Canelo can do, other boxers can't do. So I don't really see where Derevyanchenko has too much of an advantage besides being younger. So I'm gonna go with Triple G for the win. And I don't know if Derevyanchenko gonna go for broke. I mean, he was put down by Danny Jacobs, but I mean, it wasn't like he was super hurt. It's just like he caught him off balance. But you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb. I'm gonna say Triple G by eighth or ninth round KO. That's what I'm calling. So you guys tell me what you believe is going to happen in this fight, man. Hate, comment, like, subscribe to the page. Check out the Facebook page. Check me out on Twitter and Instagram. And it's your boy Banco Boxing.